But first, how some people say they're benefiting from hypnosis therapy. New this morning, many of us have heard of hypnosis, and usually you think about it being on stage performances. They provide entertainment for the audience, but certified hypnotists say hypnosis can also do plenty of good for you. And here to talk about his certified hypnotist, Lisa Hamilton. Thanks for being here. And joining her is Walter Lundstrom. Thank you for being here. Walter, you were helped by hypnosis. Let's talk a little bit about that. Why did you turn to hypnosis? How did you find out about it, and what was your goal?
And so what happened, a friend of mine, he was a past client at Positive Changes, and he told me how he lost weight, and I couldn't believe that he had used to be heavy because he looked so athletic. And I tried a lot of dieting in my life. I'm 56, and I think I dieted the first time when I was 20. So I'm good at dieting, okay?
Yeah.
But it always came back. So long or short of it, I went there, I got on board with the program, I lost weight, which is good.
Yeah.
But the incredible thing is that 4 years later, I never dieted again. I don't worry about it anymore. It's just, I eat like a slender person.
Wow, that's amazing. And it was hypnosis that did it, that got you to where you are.
I have to believe so, because that was the only thing that changed.
That was the only thing that worked. How does the process work? How do you do this?
Well, you know, a lot of people think of hypnosis as some altered state, right? And as Walter found out, and he has said it many times, you know, you wish it was this magical, mystical thing, but hypnosis is really just a state of relaxation. So when people like Walter come in and, you know, they have something that's been bothering them for a long time, they've tried to solve it. You know, hypnosis can help them by going into their subconscious and really helping them to think, act, and respond the way they want to, rather than doing what they have been doing, like repeatedly dieting, or people that can't sleep, or, you know, people that are really stressed out. They just want to change, and they haven't found the right way to do it.
And so do they come in for different sessions? How does the actual process of one of your sessions work?
Well, first thing they do, and Walter went through this, is they come in for an evaluation. And so Walter sat down with the evaluator and, you know, said, here's what my problem is, and here's what you know, how I want to live. And first of all, they make sure they think that what we do is right for them.
Right.
And from there, they'll recommend a program for them. And those can be, you know, very short, and they can be very long. It just depends on what the person needs to accomplish. But each person is looked at individually, and we'll make sure they know what we think it takes for them to get to their goal. If, you know, and there's no obligation. If they decide it's not for them, once we go through that process, then that's okay. And if they're on board, then we move forward and help them to solve their problems.
And I'm sure a lot of people ask you a lot of questions about hypnosis. What's one of the biggest questions that people ask you about it?
The big thing was, does it really work?
Yeah.
And it does. And what really happened, there's quite a few years ago since I lost this, 4 or 5 years ago, and people don't even remember that I used to have weight fluctuations. I was telling somebody about it, that really, Walter used to be fat?
You're now known as the skinny tall guy, right?
Yes, it's just, I mean, I think we all know how we're supposed to eat. What Positive Changes did, they've helped me so I actually make those choices. Instead of being forced, I just make decent choices.
Without even knowing it, you're doing it.
Yeah, it just kind of happens. I mean, I'm aware how you're supposed to eat. And now it's just easier to make those choices.
Easier to make those choices. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. And I'm glad to know that you're known as Skinny Walter. Healthy Walter. Let's go with Healthy Walter. That's much better.
That's right.
And thank you for coming in and sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike.